Hello, welcome to Mama Sue's Kitchen. I hope you're having a good day today, and I just wanted you to know that cookbooks are coming in today, Volume 2. I'm so excited. I know you've waited, those of you who have pre-ordered, you've waited and been patient with me, and I thank you for that. If you still want to order a Volume 1, we have those also. But I have gotten many messages wanting to know the recipe for Amy's potato salad. Probably the first week I ever did videos, my daughter Amy shared her potato salad recipe. And lots of you made it and liked it, and that's one recipe that I didn't put on my page because it was not my recipe, but because you've asked for it, I'm going to share it. Now, I did not peel as many potatoes as she did that night when she showed it, but I have already peeled and chopped my potatoes, cooked them, until they were tender, and I've drained them. Now, I'm adjusting her recipe for a small bowl. And I think what I'll do is put this recipe on my page, and if you want to make more, you can just increase your ingredients. But to this, I have chopped a small onion, and I'm going to add that. And the recipe calls for Mrs. Campbell's Chow Chow. And this is hot. It's not too hot. It does have a bite. If you don't want it with the bite, you can get the Mrs. Campbell's Chow Chow that has the blue label, and it's not hot at all. But I'm going to start off with 1/4 of a cup of this because you're going to add equal amounts of the chow chow and dill relish. Now this is totally different than the way I make mine, but there's probably 20 or 30 different ways that people make their potato salad. Sometimes I put boiled eggs in mine, sometimes I don't. And I know some of you are going to say, you're not putting boiled eggs in this. Amy doesn't put them in hers, and you had asked for her recipe, and that's what I'm giving you. If you want boiled eggs, it'll be fine. You just add them to it. Okay? Put equal amounts of that. It's just dill relish. You can buy the sweet or you can get dill. Now, she uses Slap Ya Mama Cajun seasoning, the original. She just sprinkles some in it. So I'm just going to sprinkle some in mine. I didn't measure it, just sprinkled it. And she said she puts about a tablespoon of yellow mustard. So I'm just going to give it a good squirt. Okay? And to that, I've got almost a cup of mayonnaise. If I have to add more, I will. But I think that may work. And then, let me get my salt and my pepper. And you just do that to taste. So, maybe a 1/2 teaspoon of each. Okay? Now, let me start mixing this and see if I need any more mayonnaise. She likes to get her potatoes real soft. So that's what I did, and I like them soft also. But now, When she made the big bowl that day at my house, she used a half a cup of dill relish and a half a cup of the chow chow. But I'm thinking that that's going to be enough for this that I made, because I didn't put nearly the amount of potatoes she had. Let me get a little plate. And I'm going to show you. It's really good. Like I say, I bought this chow chow, Mrs. Campbell's chow chow, at Walmart. And of course, you can get the seasoning Slap Your Mama at Walmart also. But just in case you're somewhere that they don't have it, I am going to link it to my page, and you can order it through my Amazon link. Now, I do get just a small commission off of that, but it doesn't increase your prices at all. So, just wanted you to know that. But this is Amy's potato salad. It's a little bit different because it has chow chow in it, and we like it. Hope you will too. I want to share something before I leave you today. I haven't talked about baby Blake in a while, and the reason is there wasn't a lot of change in him. I told you before, he has mosaic trisomy 22. It's a very rare syndrome. Not very many people in the world has it. But he has been in and out of the hospital so many times because he's on oxygen at home, he's on a feeding tube at home, but his oxygen would drop, and they could not just, they didn't know what was causing that. So he spent several days or a week at a hospital close to their home. Then they airlifted him to Ochsner Children's in New Orleans, and they did a test on him where they injected dye, and it showed his arteries, and it showed that one of his arteries was enlarged, and what would happen at times, it would press against his windpipe, and that's when his oxygen would drop so low. So they said Blake needed a tracheotomy, and they did that. Oh goodness, my days are mixed up. I think it's been 4 or 5 days ago. And they have kept him sedated since they did it, because they didn't want him moving around until it stayed in place. And today was the day that they changed it, because that was a normal procedure that they would have to change it. And from what I understand, it'll have to be changed every 1 to 2 weeks. But Mom and Daddy can do it after today. But after they did that, they're starting to come off of his sedation. So he's not going to be sedated to where he's just laying there, which is so hard for his mom and daddy to see. But they've had his little hands strapped down. And even though he was sedated, he seemed agitated. Well, today when they changed the trach, they took his hands out of restraint. And the very first thing that baby did, although he's still asleep, was he took his little hands like this. And we always say, he does that all the time at home. And we'd say, Blake's praying. So that was the first thing he did, and it just made my heart so happy to see that. But thank y'all for asking about him. He is a fighter. And I know God has a purpose for his little life. And we're praying and believing that he's going to be healed. He may not be healed the way we want him to be, but he is going to do mighty things and touch so many people. But y'all, I hope you'll try Amy's potato salad recipe. It's good. And y'all, be salt and light. Matthew 5:13 through 16. I don't have my necklace on because I can't wear it to radiation, and I forget if I keep it on and have to take it off there and all that. So I wear my shirt that says Salt and Light, and you can order those too off of my page, my website, MamaSueSouthernKitchen.com. But remember, Jesus loves you. He is always here for you. You've never done anything too bad that He stopped loving you. All you got to do is ask forgiveness. That's all you have to do, and He won't even remember those bad things anymore. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and we're going to have Amy's potato salad. See you soon.